Hello everyone. Today we are uncovering one of the most startling and least talked about facts on our planet. The single, deadliest animal that claims more human lives every single year than any other creature on Earth. It is not a fierce lion that rules the savannah, not a massive great white shark patrolling the oceans, not a venomous snake hiding in the grass, and not a powerful crocodile lying in wait in the rivers. It is a tiny, fragile insect that we swat at without a second thought every warm evening, the mosquito. For decades, public health experts and organizations like the World Health Organization and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have confirmed the same chilling truth. Mosquitoes kill more than 700,000 people around the world every single year, and in some years, that number climbs even higher. To put this in perspective, sharks kill about 10 people a year, snakes kill around 50,000, and humans kill roughly 475,000 other humans in homicides annually. Mosquitoes destroy more lives than all of these combined, making them the undisputed, deadliest animal on Earth by an enormous margin. What makes this even more shocking is that mosquitoes do not hunt or attack humans in the way we think of predators. They simply feed on our blood to survive and reproduce, and in that quiet, almost invisible act, they pass along deadly pathogens that turn a small, itchy bite into a life-threatening condition. Let us start with the raw, unforgiving numbers that tell the real story. The WHO reports that in 2024 alone, there were about 282 million cases of malaria worldwide, leading to 610,000 deaths. Malaria is just one of more than 80 diseases that mosquitoes can carry and transmit to humans, and it is responsible for the vast majority of mosquito-related deaths each year. Most of these deaths happen in sub-Saharan Africa, where 95% of malaria cases and deaths occur, and children under 5 years old make up nearly 75% of those who die from the disease. That means a young child in Africa dies from malaria roughly every 30 seconds, a quiet tragedy that repeats itself day after day, year after year. But malaria is far from the only threat. Dengue fever, spread mostly by Aedes mosquitoes, infects more than 400 million people every year and can lead to severe bleeding, shock, and even death in its most dangerous form. Chikungunya causes crippling joint pain that can last for months or years. Zika virus can cause severe birth defects like microcephaly. When pregnant women are infected, yellow fever has outbreaks that kill thousands in tropical regions and Japanese. Encephalitis damages the brain and kills children across Asia. Together, these diseases turn a common summer nuisance into a global public health catastrophe that affects billions of people living in tropical, subtropical, and even temperate regions as the planet warms. To understand why mosquitoes are so deadly, we need to look at the three most dangerous types of mosquitoes that rule different parts of the world and spread specific diseases: Anopheles, Aedes, and Culex mosquitoes. Each has unique habits, habitats, and roles in spreading illness, and together they form a deadly team that threatens human life across every continent except Antarctica. First is the Anopheles mosquito, widely known as the malaria mosquito. This is the insect responsible for almost all malaria deaths globally. Anopheles mosquitoes lay their eggs in clean still water, like rice fields, ponds, and slow-moving streams, and they are most active at night, biting humans while they sleep. What makes them so effective at spreading malaria is their role as a perfect vector for the Plasmodium parasite, the tiny organism that causes malaria. When an Anopheles mosquito bites a person infected with malaria, it takes in the parasite along with their blood. The parasite then matures and multiplies inside the mosquito's body over the course of a week or two. When that same mosquito bites another human, it injects a small amount of saliva to stop blood from clotting, and along with that saliva, it releases the mature Plasmodium parasites into the new person's bloodstream. The parasites travel to the liver, multiply rapidly, and then infect red blood cells, causing the cyclical fever, chills, and sweating that define malaria. Without proper treatment, the infection can destroy red blood cells, cause severe anemia damage, organs like the liver and spleen, and lead to death, especially in young children and people with weak immune systems. Next are the Aedes mosquitoes, often called tiger mosquitoes because of their bold black and white striped bodies. These are the most aggressive and adaptable mosquitoes, and they bite during the day, making them hard to avoid, even when we are awake and active. Aedes mosquitoes, especially Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus, lay their eggs in tiny amounts of standing water, flower pot saucers, old tires, empty cans, bird baths, and even bottle caps. This means they thrive in cities and towns, living right alongside humans in urban areas where clean, small water sources are everywhere. Aedes mosquitoes are the main carriers of dengue fever, Zika virus, chikungunya, and yellow fever, 4 diseases that have spread rapidly in recent decades as globalization and travel move these mosquitoes to new parts of the world. Dengue fever, often called breakbone fever because of its severe muscle and joint pain, can turn deadly when it develops into dengue hemorrhagic fever, which causes uncontrolled bleeding and organ failure. Zika virus, which gained global attention during a major outbreak in Brazil in 2015 and 2016, causes mild symptoms in most adults, but can devastate unborn babies, leading to lifelong disabilities and developmental problems. Chikungunya gets its name from an African word meaning to bend over, describing the way patients hunch over in agony from joint pain that can last for years after the initial infection. The third major group is Culex mosquitoes, the common house mosquitoes that buzz in our ears at night and lay their eggs in dirty, stagnant water, like sewers, gutters, and polluted ponds. Culex mosquitoes are the primary carriers of West Nile virus and Japanese encephalitis, a disease that inflames the brain and can cause paralysis, seizures, and death, mostly in children in rural Asia. While Culex mosquitoes are less famous than Anopheles and Aedes, they are widespread and contribute to thousands of deaths every year, especially in areas with poor sanitation and standing water near homes. What makes all 3 types of mosquitoes so hard to fight is their incredible ability to adapt and survive. Mosquitoes have been on Earth for more than 100 million years, outliving dinosaurs and evolving to live in nearly every climate and ecosystem where humans live. They reproduce at an astonishing rate. A single female mosquito can lay up to 300 eggs at a time, and in warm weather, those eggs can hatch into adult mosquitoes in less than a week. This means a small patch of standing water can turn into hundreds of new mosquitoes in days, creating a never-ending cycle of disease transmission. Many people wonder why mosquitoes cannot simply be wiped off the face of the earth to end this deadly threat forever. The answer is more complex than it seems. First, mosquitoes play a small but real role in the ecosystem. They are a food source for birds, bats, dragonflies, and fish, and some species help pollinate certain plants. Wiping out all mosquitoes could disrupt food chains and plant life in ways we cannot fully predict. Second, mosquitoes have developed strong resistance to many common insecticides, making large-scale elimination efforts less effective over time. For decades, humans have used chemicals like DDT to kill mosquitoes, but overuse led to resistance and harmed other wildlife and human health, leading to bans in many countries. Today, we rely on insecticide-treated bed nets, indoor, spraying safe medications, and vaccines to protect people from mosquito-borne diseases, especially in high-risk areas like sub-Saharan Africa. Insecticide-treated bed nets have saved millions of lives by creating a protective barrier between sleeping humans and biting Anopheles mosquitoes, and new malaria vaccines are starting to roll out in African countries to give young children extra protection. Scientists are also testing innovative solutions like gene-edited mosquitoes that cannot reproduce or spread parasites, which could reduce mosquito populations without harming other species. But these solutions take time, money, and widespread access to reach the communities that need them most, and many remote poor regions still lack basic tools to fight back. Climate change is making the mosquito crisis even worse, expanding the range where mosquitoes can live and breed, and lengthening their active seasons each year. Warmer temperatures allow mosquitoes to survive in areas that were once too cold, like parts of Europe, North America, and Northern Asia, putting billions more people at risk of diseases that were once rare in those regions. Heavier rainfall and more frequent floods create more standing water, the perfect breeding ground for all types of mosquitoes, leading to larger populations and faster disease spread. Urbanization also plays a role as more people move to cities. The small pockets of standing water in homes, yards, and streets create ideal homes for Aedes mosquitoes, bringing deadly diseases right into the heart of urban communities. This perfect storm of climate change, urban growth, and mosquito adaptability means the threat from mosquitoes is not going away. It is growing, and we need to act faster to protect vulnerable communities around the world. It is easy to overlook the danger of mosquitoes because their threat is invisible. A single bite does not feel dangerous, just annoying, and most people who are bitten do not get sick. But for millions of people around the world, especially children, pregnant women, and people without access to healthcare, that one small bite can be a death sentence. What makes mosquitoes the deadliest animals is not strength, speed, or size. It is their ability to carry and spread tiny deadly pathogens that our bodies often cannot fight off without help. They are silent hunters that do not roar or charge. They simply fly, bite, and pass along disease, one tiny bite at a time. This is why understanding mosquitoes, their habits, and the diseases they spread is so important for everyone, no matter where we live. Even in countries where malaria and dengue are rare, like the United States and China, mosquito-borne diseases still pose a risk, and travel and trade can bring these diseases to new areas at any time. We can all take simple steps to protect ourselves and our communities from mosquitoes. Empty standing water around our homes to stop breeding, use insect repellent when we go outside, wear long sleeves and pants in high-risk areas, and support public health efforts that provide bed nets, vaccines, and medical care to people in need. Mosquitoes may be the deadliest animals on Earth, but they do not have to win. With knowledge, preparation, and global cooperation, we can reduce the number of lives they claim every year and build a safer world for future generations. The next time you swat a mosquito, remember, you are not just chasing away a nuisance, you are avoiding a creature that has shaped human history, killed billions of people over thousands of years, and remains the greatest animal threat to human life today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.